Hey guys, hey Hello Nation Lunatic here, and it's just a little update because I did not post during Thanksgiving break, so I'm gonna post now or tomorrow, so Sunday, probably tonight because why not? But it's just a little life update. I'm really excited. I am like so excited. Oh, sorry, I got a notification. I'm so excited because um, sneak peek. Um, because I went into town today and the coolest thing happened. We wanted to go. I told myself, um, oh, okay, story time again. I'm gonna move this. I don't want to set it on the ground. I'll set that there. You guys know that I'm looking into the fur fandom at the moment, and so I'm like, I want to get some fur and I want to try some stuff out. I just want to. The projects I want to start with is just basic ears and a tail, and I would really like to try and make that. And so, this whole weekend, and this whole weekend, I'm just going to be watching tutorials, all tutorials, because I don't know how to do it. I wasn't born with the gift to make this stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start watching tutorials all weekend, and so tomorrow, just tomorrow and tonight, I'm gonna be watching tutorials, and I'm so excited because, okay, I was telling my dad about it. I'm like, I want to get some fabric, but we might be going up to Oregon this week. Not this week. Christmas break, because I want to go up there and go see some family again, some friends, and so I'm like, my uncle, he's not really my uncle, I just call him that to not get people confused, but his name's Craig. He's a dear friend of mine. I'm just gonna call him Uncle because he's like that to me. He's my dad's friend. Anyway, so my uncle was like, because I told my uncle about it as well, wanting to look up fur and stuff, and he's like, it's like, I think there's a place called like Joann's Fabric, not sponsored, but it's a good store, and he's like, it's like, there's a store you could look up and see if where, I think there's one in Missoula, because where I live, Missoula is really close nearby, and he's like, there should be one in the town, in the city, and I'm like, okay, what's the name? He said Joann's, and I looked up Joann's, like, near me, Joann, Joann's Fabric and Crafts. So I looked it up, and I'm like, okay, well, there's one in town, and we went to town today. I was talking to my dad. I'm like, I know I need to save money. Let's go into town. I don't want to buy anything from the store. Let's just how do I put this? Let's just look. And he's like, okay. He parked out front. My uncle's like, I'm not being caught dead in that store. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then my dad's like, yeah, I'm not going in either. So I'm like, oh, I'm all on my own. So I have never bought fabric before. And actually, yeah, that's a lie. This is fabric that I bought. See, very nice fabric. You could not cut this in half because the pictures were like this. You had to buy it like this. Very, very nice. I love it. It was like $15. I think it was like 20% off or 10% off. I can't remember. I think it was like, I don't know the original price of it, but it was a lot less than I thought. Anyway, so I go in there. I'm looking around, and I was really nervous because I found this fur that I really liked. I'm like, okay, well, let's talk to this lady. So I saw this lady walking by. I'm like, she looks nice. She looks friendly. And I don't know how fabric stores work. So I went up to her. I'm like, hey, I'm kind of new at this. And I had to tell a little bit of a fib because I didn't want to seem stupid. I'm like, I need to know that I'm buying fabric. Like, I don't want her to be like, being like one of those guru girls. Like, you need to do the fabric like this, this, and this. I like how they cut it right here. Oh well. So they're like, so I'm like, I buy all my fabric online, and I've never been in a store, like in a fabric store before. How does this work? And so she's like, well, you pick your fabric of choice, and then you go up to the cutting people. I'm like, so you just take it, you don't tell them what kind of like fabric you want, you just take it right off the shelf? And they're like, yeah, you'll take it to the shelf, you take like a number, because there's a lot of people in the store, and they'll call your number, and then you'll get it cut. And they're just like, okay, so, sorry, my dad was knocking on the door. So back to the story. So she's like, it's like, Yeah, so you just take it right off the shelf, you go up to them, you tell them how much you want, a yard or whatever, and they'll cut it for you. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I'm like, okay. And then so she goes up to me, hands me this paper. I open it up, it says 50% off, and for however much you want. She's like, it doesn't matter how long you get it, doesn't have to be a yard, doesn't have to be 50 yards. You'll still get 50% off. And I was so happy. I'm just like, oh my gosh, so thank you. Because I'm like, well, why did you give it to me? She's like, well, you used this on December 2nd, and they don't have the fabric I want. And so I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much. And she's like, yeah, you're welcome. And then I said, thank you. And I left her, I have her, she's like, well, I'm going to get ahead. And I'm like, okay, bye. So she starts walking out. So I'm really awkward when it comes to human contact. So I go up to the door to leave to go talk to my dad outside. And because the fur I wanted was $44.99. So $44.99 per yard. So I'm like, well, 50% off. There I go. I'm not doing math at the moment. I don't know what that laugh was. Anyway, so I'm like, okay. So I decided to go talk to my dad about it. I'm like, hey, Dad, this lady was being really nice, and she gave me this, and it's that much money. But it's like, I'm like, you should come look at it. And he's like, okay. We came in, showed him the price, and it was very pretty fur, and it was very nice. And it's not really the fur that some people use on their suits. It's like a fox fur coat kind of thing. It says fox fur, except it's not spelled like F-O-X. It's like F-A-U-X or whatever. I think that's how you spell it. It was like, yeah, it was like, it was like, I think there was a U in there somewhere. But it wasn't F-O-X. Anyway, so I showed it to him, and well, I'm like, yeah, I just want to get a yard. I want to test some stuff on it, and well, I got it. It's so pretty. Like, okay, it looks kind of shaggy on your guys' screen, but it's so pretty and it's so soft. And I wanted to look for fur that was frost-tipped. Frost-tipped? Where the first the tips are frosted. It's like when you do your hair and it's like short or whatever, and you just do the tips. It usually only works with short hair because it actually looks frosted over. Sorry, I haven't brushed this down since the lady cut it. So this is how it was originally cut. So it's nice, and then where's this side the lady cut on? Because I don't want to be mean, but she wasn't the best at cutting. And I was just watching her cut through all the fur. I was like, where is it? You guys are like, that's longer than a yard. But yeah, see, there's some like cut off parts. I don't like this because it looks kind of weird. But it's okay. I love it. It's so freaking soft, you guys. It's like, ooh. And I can't really do anything with it yet. And you guys are like, that's more than a yard. Yeah, because it was folded. I believe it was folded like this. So this was like, no, that's too short. Hold on. Let me try it the other way. There's so much here. Like, literally, this is like 2 yards. Almost 2 yards. Because I believe it was folded like this. Yeah, by the way, it's cut. This is how it was folded. So this is it. She cut it right there. Wait. Okay. Ew, there's just hair all over the place. And I haven't even cut this yet. So this is how it was, I believe. We folded it up. Oh my gosh, it's so nice and so soft. And I think I just want to make ears and tails with this. I could make a fur head if I wanted to. I think this might be enough. Oh my gosh, there's fur everywhere. That's the second time I got fur in my mouth. I was over there and she cut it, and I was like, oh, I was like holding it. I was like, oh, there's fur in my mouth. And she's like, oh yeah, that happens. I'm just like, I'm not surprised. But oh my god, it's so nice. Oh. I'm so happy. I'm gonna make a tail and ears out of this. Oh. Oh, it's so much cooler. Hold on. Oh god, no, my room's a mess. It's gonna be really, but it's like going like this, like, okay, it's the way the fur is to you guys. It's like I'm blowing on it and it looks really cool. It's like, ooh. I love it. I absolutely, oh my god, I love it so much. Guys, I'm so happy right now because I'm glad that my dad doesn't care and my dad doesn't know that. So a lot of people have a problem telling people they're a furry for some reason. They're like, yeah, I'm a furry, and they're like, okay, the fur's a little bit bent, but that's okay. I can like heat up like a little. I can. I can heat something up and I can flatten that out. But I'm so excited, and I want to make ears and a tail, and I don't know how much I'll have left after that, but I can't do anything until next month because my dad and I need to buy needle and thread. And we could have gotten it today, but I did not have my list with me, so I couldn't remember the kind of thread I needed. I also suck ass at buying needles. And I need to talk to my aunt because we might be going up to Oregon for Christmas, hopefully. So yeah, anyways. So soft. Wait. If I go like this, can this be the thumbnail? Just this? Can just this be the thumbnail? I want it to be a very hairy thumbnail. No. I made a joke and went like this. I'm like, ooh, and he's like, ooh, that'd be nice in the inside of a coat. I'm like, I want to walk to school like this. Just like, ready to go to school. I got my tea. I love my tea. It's so delicious. Very good tea. I'm kidding. I can drink tea in front of you guys. None of my teacups are clean. So, anyway, yeah. That's literally all I have for today. I'm probably going to be uploading it late today. Oh, the first, like, bit in some places. I have stuff for that. Okay. So I may not have bought in, like, fabric in general. But I think it's because... Yeah, no, I can fix this. I just need to fold this. I need to fold this. Also, oh my god, I freaking love this fur so much. It's so soft. This is kind of scratchy, and I'm okay with that because my body won't get against this. Anyway, bye. See you guys next Saturday or Sunday weekend thing. Lunatic out.